Hi, I'm Amy Jamieson, and I am running for Fort Walton Beach City Council. I have been in this area for about 30 years. Military brought me here. Thank you, Air Force. And I have been a part of this community for so many years through, obviously, real estate, many committees. Also have been a big supporter of MAD and major volunteer in this area for the last 25 years, unfortunately, due to a tragic accident to my son. And this community has given me so much, and I have been wanting to basically give back to my community. I have been on city council prior. I have been out for the last 2 years as I termed out, doing 2 terms. And there's still a lot of things that are still in the process from when I was in city council on the last time that I would like to see carried out and come to fruition. It's very rewarding, very challenging, all at the same time. One of the biggest things that I have done in this community basically has formed Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, a local community, trying to keep our roadways safe and every citizen in this community safe. Between doing things on base, any civic organizations, churches, schools, you name it, I have talked. I also talk with DUI offenders that are court ordered to come listen to a victim impact panel. I talk to Department of Juvenile Justice as well, and talking with the kids that are on probation about choices and how they don't just affect them, but the surrounding people, the community, families, and the snowball effect that choices have. So I would say that is, besides city council, with what I have done on that, that is probably the biggest thing I have done personally for our community. One of the things I would like to champion this time is, it sounds silly, but it's sidewalks. Our community does not have many sidewalks, and it's really hard for kids walking to school or wanting to ride a bike, people that just want to get out and enjoy the beautiful weather that we have down here most of the time. It's really hard for them to go into a safe place. We have so many projects going on right now. We don't need any big ones. This has started probably about 4 or 5 years ago on a very, very small scale, but I would like to see it on a larger scale for all the residents. I do not support the elimination of the fire assessment fee. The fee is set to where a designated amount of money is earmarked directly for the fire department, only with certain things. It cannot be used for any employees, funding for that. It is specific on what it can be used for. And doing it this way, it basically, it's still a part of your taxes, but it's just in a different way, not through the ad valorem. It's kind of confusing, but I do support the fire assessment fee because our fire department is heads and tails above. I don't want to make anybody else sound terrible, but we are very well trained, and our firefighters take their job seriously. They basically train on a daily basis, and they're out there to save us. I think one of the most pressing issues that the city is challenging right now is the Brooks Bridge. All the coordination, everything that it takes to make that happen. Of course, DOT is doing the majority of everything, but the citizens will be tasked with the traffic flow. Downtown businesses will be affected a little bit more as well. So it's trying to create a good balance with DOT and the city to make everything happen. And with Brooks Bridge, the next pressing thing is going to be downtown, and what will that transform into with everything that's going to happen down there. Also circles back, which goes down into Roundabout. So it's all encompassing basically off one thing, but it affects many things. I feel I am a great candidate due to having been on the council for 8 years, sitting out 2, but I have attended basically 90% of all the meetings since I have been sitting out, staying informed of every basically decision that has been going on in the city. And having been a major part of everything, It's easy for me to kind of get right back into sitting on the dais and making things happen in a forward and progressive manner. Taking everything into account, listening to the citizens as well, because it's not me that I'm sitting up there for, it's you. And I want to represent you the best way possible. I like to listen to everybody. And when you ask me what I think, I usually will ask you, what do you think, so I can carry your thoughts to the dais.